Hello everyone, my name is Enderslayer and welcome to episode 5 on the Vanilla Tyme server. So today we're starting out in the Holiday District because last episode I went on an Easter egg hunt, and in between episodes I put those eggs in a chest over at the challenge headquarters, and I got a message saying that those eggs had been switched out for our prizes, so I'm curious to see what we got. Let's see, I forget, where did we put our chest? Here it is. Here's my pitiful stash. The eggs are still here. Okay, so this must be our prize. Not bad, not bad. Some glazed terracotta, bottles of enchanting, iron. Okay, so not bad. Hold on. Perfect. So the other thing I wanted to show you guys is this. Now I'm sure you saw this in the background last episode, but I didn't really want to spoil it. So in between episodes, I have done some major work on the interior of the skeleton farm. So I started by upgrading this walkway by adding a polished andesite floor, kind of just giving way to andesite and stone mixture, kind of just making it more rustic. And to add to that, I also kind of made it look like the sandstone cracked by adding like the slabs and stairs in here. So all this here is probably what I'm most proud of. I've upgraded the storage system so that it holds all the bones, all the arrows, and any extra stuff just ends up in here. I added a third dog to the system, and I even added an on-off switch. So right now the farm is off, but as soon as I flip this lever, a whole bunch of lights that are on in there will turn off, spawning a bunch of skeletons so they fall down here. So one of the really neat features about this system is that any of the extra stuff will just end up in here, and it'll stay in here until I decide, hey, I don't want any of that anymore. Then I can just flip this lever, and it'll suck it all out and dispense it into lava, and just get rid of it automatically. But then if I flip the lever again, and put something in, nothing happens. And finally, I added this little crawl space under here, which I thought was really neat. And it takes you back to all the redstone so that if there's any problems at all, I can just come back and check it out. So the interior of this place might be looking really nice, but the exterior is still looking pretty rough. It's just a stone tube coming out and over. I thought I would spend some time at the beginning of this episode to decorate that. So let's get to it. Oh, and one more thing. I have actually just subscribed to a music service called Hook Sounds, and they are where I'll be getting all my music for my time lapses from now on. I will leave a link to the website in the description. I personally think it's a really great website and a great place to get free music for your videos. So enjoy. Welcome back, guys. I hope you enjoyed the time lapse, and it was a bit of a faster one this time because, man, this took me a long time, but it was worth it because I love how it turned out. It kind of just looks like an old ruined structure that was built like many years ago and now is just left there kind of deteriorating, but I love it personally, and I love how the slabs are incorporated just to kind of give it this like multi-dimension feel. But yeah, I'm really proud of this. Okay guys, so today's project is actually going to go back to something that I started doing in between episodes. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that I've kind of geared up with some diamond tools. I kind of just put some different books together and got the best stuff I could. But I'm actually going to be taking inspiration from a YouTuber called Mumbo Jumbo. What exactly am I going to be doing? Well, in one of his previous episodes, he spent some time getting good. And that is something I want to do today, but how does one get good? How do we get good?
How does one get good at Minecraft? Turns out the list is actually quite long. Thing number 1, and I'd say this is probably the most important, effective use of the ender chest.
Check.
Thing number 2, and it kind of follows on from the ender chest bit, shulker boxes coupled with the ender chest.
Okay, gotta work on that.
Access to XP and large amounts of it is 100% a must.
Okay, well, we do have a fully AFKable skeleton farm with an on-off switch, a storage system, and a disposal system. I mean, I personally think that's pretty good.
Which brings me quite nicely onto the next point, which is the fact that this right here is the most important enchantment in the game. Now, while we're on the topic of enchantments, obviously having fully enchanted diamond gear is kind of a given. It doesn't even need to be mentioned that you require those to be considered a good Minecraft player.
And I almost passed that. I got fully enchanted armor, fully enchanted pickaxes, bow, axe, shovel, but my sword, look at it. Sharpness 4. Should be sharpness 5.
Anyway, let's get away from the gear that you're using for the time being. The ability to smelt up large numbers of items really quickly. It's all well and good being fully kitted out with all this enchanted stuff, but if it takes you 6 days to smelt up 10 stacks of smooth stone, then you're going to run into some issues.
12 furnaces, each filled to the brim with 64 coal. I mean, it's not automatic, but I still think that's pretty good.
Which brings me perfectly onto my next point, which is that having some basic understanding of redstone is going to go a very, very long way. If you can engineer your own redstone contraptions, problem solve, and just connect things up yourself, then it's going to be hugely, hugely beneficial to your Minecraft playing experience.
I mean, the farm itself may have been a tutorial, but like the storage system and the on-off switch and the disposal system, that was all my design. So, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the best at redstone, but I'm not terrible at it either.
Having the important parts of your base connected up into the nether.
Okay, well, I do have a nether portal. I guess I really had nothing to do with creating the nether hub, but I guess it really is convenient, and it's kind of just a given.
Pains me to say this one. It does pain me to say this one. I can't deny that having villagers and access to villagers and the ability to trade with villagers and having a good villager setup is arguably one of the most important things that you can have in Minecraft.
And he's totally right. The amount of effort that it took just to get these two guys into here and get the trades I want, it was ridiculous. And the other thing is that they have no sense of life preservation. They would just walk off a cliff and not care. They would just kill themselves and not have another thought. And on the topic of them not being smart, look at this. They'll give me 4 emeralds for 4 books, and then they'll give me 4 bookshelves for 4 emeralds. Meanwhile, each bookshelf is 3 books, so I could just break down all these books and then retrade it with them, and then I'm basically getting infinite emeralds. Stonks.
This next one kind of goes without saying, but having an abundant supply of food. If you're a good Minecraft player, you shouldn't even have to think about having to gather up food.
And I think I do a pretty good job with that. My cow farm, produces just as much steak as I need at any given time, and I always have at least a stack on me. So yeah, I really never do have to think about it anymore.
Now I have to say once again, this one kind of goes without saying, but still, come on. I mean, you know, if you're sat there thinking you're good at Minecraft and you aren't rocking an Elytra.
Alright, I'm just gonna stop him right there. I mean, I kind of get the gist of it, but I mean, yeah, I'm not wearing Elytra, and I don't really have an overabundance of shulker boxes, but that's something we're gonna work on today. That's something we're gonna fix. I mean, I do have these two Elytra I got from the Easter egg hunt, but they're not gained legitimately. I didn't go to an end city and get them. I crafted up some firework rockets, and I did that because today we are actually going to be going to the end, getting some shulker boxes, getting some Elytras, and then after that, I think we can finally say we've gotten good. And that is not an easy task, because end busting on this server is a very rigorous journey. And that's mainly because the end mainly resets every 3 months, and it is actually halfway through the 3rd month. So we're going to have to travel a far distance out if we're going to find any end cities. And I am not going to risk dying, so we're going to take every precaution possible. Okay, so before we get ready to go end busting, I am coming back to my egg basket. Probably for the last time, because like all builds at spawn, they have to come down eventually because they're seasonal and other things have to go there. But it looks like I've gotten a pretty positive response. Love it. It's a beauty. I'm glad people really like it. I put a lot of time and effort into this. But, okay, it looks like Staff has left us something. Amazing build / egg. Here's a little something. Staff. Well, that's really nice. They gave it... Okay, this is all some really neat stuff. Happy Easter. This is it. This is the last time we'll see it. But it'll always be there in our hearts. Well, time to take it down. Well, we may not have won the competition, but I still really love how it turned out, and I can't wait to do more builds like that. It was so much fun. Alright, so it's actually the next day now, and I have spent quite some time getting stuff prepared for this end bust. I have in my inventory potions of slow falling and healing, and extras of those, extra fireworks, some building blocks, food, and only the essentials, a pickaxe, sword, and bow. That way if I die, I really don't lose everything. And in my ender chest, I have extra totems of undying. I actually have one in my offhand. Empty shulker boxes for all the loot, my extra gear, and in this shulker box, I have unbreaking and mending books. So if I find elytras, I can quickly enchant them. And then I'll have extras if I need them, even while I'm still end busting. And in here I have bottles of enchanting to repair those elytras, and these are just some extra ender pearls. And I wouldn't even think about going end busting without this. I have a full shulker box of fireworks, that way if I run out of these, I'll have plenty more. And with all that sorted, there is one more thing we have to do before we leave. And that is this. This is probably the only thing that will keep us alive. And now that we have some of the best luck on the server on our side, let's head to the end and try and find some end cities. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the end portal, and... Alright, now we're in the end. So I think, yeah, according to this, elytra go north only, so we can only go north, or northeast, or northwest. Basically anywhere in the north direction, so... Let's see, where are we facing? West, south, okay, that's north. So we are gonna hop in, I think, a northeast portal. Let's try this one over here. Alright, so now that we're in the Outer End Islands, we are gonna fly this way for quite some distance. And then once we get far enough, we'll be able to find some end cities, hopefully. Guys, I think we have just found our first end city, and it only has taken us like 10,000 blocks northeast, but okay, let's see if it's been looted or not. I think I saw some shulkers around here, so I don't think it has been. Yes, here we go. Oh boy. Ah! Alright, let's see if we can get inside. Hey! Gotcha. Now we gotta parkour up this tower here. Get him! Looks like there's another one up on that roof. Oh no. Okay, looks like we're going up. Oh boy. That's a lot of shulkers. Come and get me. Alright, let's see what loot's in here. Alright, not bad. Some gold and emeralds. Boots, what's on? Ooh, mending boots. That's good, that's good. Alright, in here we got diamond pickaxe. Oh, curse of vanishing. I guess I can always... wait, I don't think you can disenchant those. Alright, so after an hour, I have cleared this place of every shulker, every banner, every loot chest, every end rod, basically anything that would be of value. And now that I'm done with the city itself, it is time to move on to the ship. Alright, I'll take care of these couple shulkers up here. Let's see if we can get this dragon head. Got it. There we go. Get all the end rods around here. Looks like there are 2 health potions in here. Take those. Alright, last shulker. Oh, where'd he go? There you are, and there we go. Now with all that taken care of, let's see what loot we got. 2 saddles. Okay, so not the best loot here, but I mean, it's better than nothing. Plus, we get the elytra. And now we can take our shulker box and get out an unbreaking and mending book and an anvil. Put in our 2 books. Put in our elytra. And there we go, another one to add to our collection. And with that done, this end city is officially cleared and looted. Now I'm probably going to hit hopefully 5 more, then I'll come back to you guys at the end and tell you what I got. Welcome back, guys. It is about 8 hours later now, and man, have we struck lucky. I have found a bunch of end cities, and I was on my way back, and I managed to find a shortcut portal as well. So now let's take our last ender pearl, chuck it in, and get home. Come on, can I make it in with a nosedive? Here we are, home sweet home. Now, I know it must not feel like long for you guys, but it has actually been a good while since I've been here. I may have been end busting for a total of 8 hours, but that was between 2 days, so yeah, it was a bit longer for me. So before we do anything else, let's see what we got in total. Alright, so I got all the shulker boxes out where I have stuff in them. Now, let's start with this one. Okay, yeah, so I got a bunch of end rods. With every end city I captured, I took every end rod I could possibly find because I love end rods, I love them as a light source, and I just think they're really neat looking. And I don't really know why I did this. I mean, I don't know what these are going to be used for, but I mean, I just took them. Probably wasn't my best decision, but whatever. And right here, guys, this here is the money box. 3 stacks and 23 of shulker shells. Now that is what I was going for. That's about, I'd say, just under 2 stacks of shulker boxes. Somewhere around that. 9 dragon heads, 11 brewing stands, as well as a lot of potions of health. I have no idea what I'm going to do with all these, honestly. And that leaves us with all of the other loot that we got. And that was a variety of tools, pickaxes, shovels, swords, helmets, gear, just a bunch of different stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all the iron stuff, but I am definitely keeping all the diamond gear. Oh my gosh, look at this pickaxe. It's almost perfect. It has great enchantments. And then you got Curse of Vanishing. That sucks. So overall, I think we did really well with this end bust, especially considering it was our first one. I totally almost forgot. This was the real loot. We have 10 fully enchanted elytras. All that just from enchanted books that I brought with me, and I've only actually gone through 1 anvil. So yeah, these are going to come in really handy for the future. Alright guys, so it has actually been about a week and a half since that last clip you saw, and that is because we recently got online school starting and I have been given a whole lot of work, so that has not given me much time for recording lately, so I apologize for the delay in content, and I know this episode is going to be coming out a lot later than they usually do, so I just apologize for that, and hopefully once summer comes around, things are going to get better, and I'll be able to upload more often. But now I have just managed to get some time, and we're going to get back in the game, finish this episode strong, and then we'll go from there. So I've actually taken all the end busting stuff I got, and I've organized it by like armor, and then shovels, saddles, like the end rods, the banners, and the swords. I kind of just separated all of it so I know where it all is. And I put all the shulker shells in here, kind of just nice and neat. I'm not going to craft them just yet because I don't exactly have a use for them. And this will make Mumbo proud. I have Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I stopped by Spawn to pick up my materials for my egg build. Oh no. I totally forgot all this was in here. Whoops. Okay, well, yeah, I organized my ender chest. I got a crafting table, some chests. I got Ender's treasure, a redstone box, a wood box, stone box, fireworks, and ender pearls. Also some extra experience just in case I need it. And my chest plate just in case I want that extra protection and I'm not really flying at the moment. So anyway, back to what we were doing before. In this episode we were trying to get good. And we did the end busting, we organized my ender chest. There are actually a couple more things I want to do. And one of them involves a certain promise I made to a neighbor a couple episodes ago. And that would be decorating this nether tunnel that me and Uger share. Now, I have no clue of how I'm going to decorate this at all whatsoever. I'm just going to figure it out as I go, find a nice design, and then kind of just copy it down throughout the way. But I do have an idea, however, of how it's going to be laid out. I'm going to have one of those ice jumping paths going down the center, and then two little ice boat tracks on either side. And then I'll probably create some boat dispensers over here by my nether portal, and then I'll probably make one down here by his portal as well. Now, I don't know what he's got going on down here or what all these paths go to. I think I'll leave that to him to decorate, but I do want to make this so that it's expandable. So if I want to go to another location in my base that I create in the future, I could just dig out another path and just go straight there. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is break out these bottom layers of netherrack so I can place in the ice, and then I'm going to leave the middle one here so I can put the ice jumping track in. And I got a whole bunch of packed ice gathered up just for this, so get back to you when I'm done. Alright, so I've gone through and filled in all the ice all the way from the start of the tunnel to Uger Flingy's portal. Now, I also went over to my portal and I moved it one block back. I feel like I might need to move it over a couple more because of this. I have come up with a really neat design that I like for this tunnel. I made it to complement the tunnel that out here that exists already, kind of using that red and regular nether brick and the sandstone. I also decided to use end rods as my light source, just kind of, it fits better with these blocks in my opinion. And then ultimately these end rods form sort of like a ring sort of thing. And I'm going to have one of these like every 8 blocks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is 8 blocks. Yeah, 8 blocks apart. And then I also think I'm going to alternate the red nether brick and the regular nether brick. So I'll have the red nether brick down here, and then I'll have the regular nether brick up here. the next time, and then the next time we switch, it'll go back to the way it was, and so on. I'm pretty sure nothing I just said made any sense at all, so I'm just going to build it, and you'll see it when it's done. You know, in that last clip, I made it sound so easy. I'm an hour in. I ran out of materials really fast, so I've just had to spend the past hour going and gathering a whole bunch of new materials, and that's not all of it. I have more in here and here. Well, no, it's in here. There it is. Yeah, there's all my extra bricks. But yeah, this is gonna take me a little while. But I'm just gonna grind it out, get it done. And it is definitely gonna be worth it because I am loving how this is looking right now, especially with the way that I alternated the bricks. Kind of just makes it look like it's swirling as you go, which I really love. And I think I actually found a really good use for those banners I found in the end cities. They look really nice combined with all these blocks, and just putting these three on either side as you go, I just think that looks really nice. But enough procrastinating, back to work. So 8 hours has gone by, and now we have this. I have completely finished the nether tunnel from the main hub all the way to Ugerflingy's portal. And I just have to say, I am really proud of this. It was a lot of hard work, but it paid off. I know I already said this, but I especially love how this complements the hub that already exists and how it kind of just looks like it's all one and the same and it's supposed to be here. I did run into one problem, however. I learned that mobs can actually spawn on packed ice. So I thought about switching to regular ice, but then I realized I have too many light sources and the ice is just going to melt. So I had to put buttons over every single piece of ice to prevent zombie piglins from spawning on here. So how it works is actually really simple. You press a button, you got a boat, you place the boat, you get in the boat, and then you just go. And then basically, no effort, you're on the ice track, headed to wherever you need to go. Same thing for coming back. Just travel for a little while, eventually slow down when you see this sign, and then when you see the end rods, make a sharp turn. Oh, missed it. Let's try that again. Make a sharp turn, and oh, dang it. Come in, make a sharp turn, nailed it. And then the carpets will stop you, and then you just keep going until hit this cactus, and here I am. I'm at the portal, and the boat goes back into the circulation where you can just get them out of this dropper. I don't think Ugerflingy's been on yet today, so I'll have to send him a message on Discord and let him know that this thing is actually done. I wonder if he forgot I promised to do this. I mean, it was on that piece of paper I left in that chest. Either way, I can't wait to see his reaction to all this. So now, if everything goes according to plan, this episode is going to be releasing tonight, Saturday, May 2nd. Now, once again, I know, I apologize, it's been 3 weeks since Easter. I think it's been 3 weeks since Easter, which is when my last episode came out. But I'm focusing more on quality rather than quantity. But I promise you guys, once summer rolls around, the beginning of June, these episodes are definitely going to come out more frequently. Well guys, by now, I think you know the drill. Time for the wrap-up. We have had a crazy successful end bust with more shulkers than we'll probably need for a long time, a whole bunch of extra loot, an organized ender chest, and finally, a super awesome nether hub. Well, Mumbo, if this isn't good, then I don't know what is. I don't know, maybe in another episode we're gonna have to get gooder. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode on the Vanilla Tyme server, and I will see you in episode 6.